We are bringing you an update on Louisiana's housing market, and who better to talk about housing? We have Norman Morris. He is the CEO of Louisiana Realtors. Now, this is an organization that represents about 15,000 realtors across the state of Louisiana. Lots to unpack here. And first of all, just give us an overview. What is the current housing market like in Louisiana? Is it healthy or is it anemic?
No, thanks for having me, Karen, today. And I will tell you, we have a very stable real estate market in Louisiana. We're starting to see some positive signs, even to create more positively in that market. Obviously, inventory has been a big issue, a negative issue in Louisiana for some time now over the last several years. But you're starting to see some positive signs of inventory increasing in the market, which is a plus for consumers out there.
Leaders for a Better Louisiana released their first quarter economic outlook for 2025. And in it, they cited a low housing inventory in terms of new construction. How is that impacting the Louisiana housing market?
We need a robust new construction market in Louisiana to bring those new housing stocks to the market to give consumers more options. And we need a healthy resale market with the older homes as well. So anytime that we have a downturn in one of those sectors, it certainly hurts the real estate market. So we're hopeful that in the next year to 2 years, the new construction market can pick up.
So let's talk specifically about homeowners insurance reform that was passed the last legislative session. Are we actually seeing positive effects in the marketplace?
We've been in a crisis mode, still are not where we need to be, but because of some reforms at the legislature last year, and obviously this year looking to build upon that with the fortified roof program to try to get a permanent source of funding to be able to give more grants so that more individuals can put those types of roofs on, is only going to help the insurance problem here in Louisiana to bring those rates down, provide more options for consumers. So we're seeing insurance, some positivity. According to Tim Temple's office as Commissioner of Insurance, there's about 9 or 10 new companies since January that have come in and started writing policies in Louisiana, which is for the first time in many years that has happened. But I think the reforms that were made last year, the 3-year rule and allowing the companies to come in and immediately charge their premiums when they put those to the commissioner at that point, I think those may take 2-3 years down the road to see real significant impact. But I think what's the main one that we've seen immediate impact is those fortified roofs that are being put on, particularly in your coastal parishes from the New Orleans to the west side of the state in Lake Charles. We're actually seeing a real-time deduction in premiums for those homes that have those installed roof systems.
And on average, what is it percentage-wise?
We're hearing anywhere from maybe $1,000 to $1,500, $1,800 lower than what they normally would pay as a reduction on the total premiums. And it varies depending on the premium itself.
Let's talk interest rates on mortgages. Where are we at currently? What is the rate?
It's fluctuating 7, a little above 7. And certainly we would like to see that, as I mentioned earlier, about 6. If we can get it around 6, lower than 6, 5.5, I think that would be a great level. And I think that would spur on some more activity in the real estate market, but hopefully we'll see that within the next 6 months.
So we do have that situation where homeowners that perhaps are interested in upgrading or buying a home are sort of stuck in their home if they've got one of those really attractive rates, right?
Yes, as you recall, back around 2021, the rates in some cases dipped a little bit below 3, and a lot of people took great advantage of that. But now if you go fast forward and the rates are at 7, a little up to 7.4, it makes it much more difficult to jump from a 3% rate all the way up to a 7, 7.5 rate.
So another factor that influences the Louisiana housing market is consumer confidence. And given the current trade wars and tariffs, are you seeing concern and apprehension? Are potential home buyers holding back, kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with the economy?
I think that is a possibility that does occur. And I think even the elections that we just finished in November with the national elections, and once those were over, we saw a good trend upward in activity in the real estate market. So although the tariffs and everything that are going on, obviously still things are high. You know, cost of things are high, and that expendable income that individuals have, it's harder to save, harder to, to put money together to get into a home. So we're hopeful we can also, Washington helps in the policies that would bring down inflation, and we can get the cost of things under control. I think you're going to see even a more robust real estate market in Louisiana.
Well, Norman Morris, CEO of Louisiana Realtors, thanks for dropping by LPB Studios to give us an update on the housing market, especially as we enter a new legislative session and continue our push for insurance reform. So great update. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.